In this video, I'm going to show you the best fitness trackers you can get at every price range. No matter your budget, I will help you find the best pick for your needs. Let's go. First, we are going to take a look at the best options in the under $50 range. First, we have the Samsung Galaxy Fit 3. Straight away, I noticed its gorgeous large AMOLED screen and aluminum body, which feels much more premium and watch-like compared to the plastic on the Amazfit. It tracks over 100 workouts and brings new features like fall detection and emergency SOS, but I found its sleep tracking analysis to be a little less detailed than the data I got from the Xiaomi. The battery life is a very respectable 13 days, which is fantastic. However, it does lack an onboard global positioning system, so you will need to have your phone with you on runs for accurate mapping, a compromise it shares with the other two trackers here. Next, we have the Xiaomi Smart Band 9. This model continues the iconic and smooth pill-shaped design, and I really enjoyed the fluid 60 Hz refresh rate on the display, which makes scrolling through menus feel noticeably quicker than on the Amazfit. It boasts an incredible 150 plus fitness modes, including a unique running mode for advanced stride data, though I did anecdotally find my calorie burn estimates to be slightly more generous than what the Samsung tracker reported for the same workout. You can expect about 2 weeks of battery from a single charge, but just like the Galaxy Fit 3, the absence of a built-in global positioning system means your phone is a required partner for tracking outdoor routes. Finally, we have the Amazfit Band 7. This tracker's biggest selling point is its absolutely phenomenal 18-day battery life and its tall display, which I found shows more of a message at a glance than either the Samsung or the Xiaomi. This device is loaded with 120 sports modes and constant blood oxygen monitoring, although I felt its heart rate sensor was a bit slower to lock on and react to sudden bursts of high-intensity exercise compared to the Galaxy Fit 3. It is a true data and battery king for the price, but the all-plastic design definitely feels the most utilitarian of the three, and it too must rely on your phone's global positioning system for any location tracking. Next, we are going to take a look at the best options in the $50 to $100 range. First, we have the Amazfit Active. I was immediately drawn to its beautiful, bright AMOLED screen and the fact it has built-in global positioning system, which is a huge win over the Fitbit for tracking outdoor runs without my phone. The battery life is fantastic, easily lasting me over a week, and the Zepp Coach feature offered some surprisingly useful personalized workout plans to follow. However, I did notice the heart rate tracking could get a little spotty during intense workouts, and the plastic body, while light, does not feel as premium as the GTR 3 Pro. Next, we have the Fitbit Inspire 3. This tracker is all about simplicity and comfort. It is so lightweight I barely noticed it on my wrist, and its sleep tracking is hands down the most detailed and accurate of the three. The biggest letdown for me was the lack of a built-in global positioning system, meaning I always had to carry my phone to map my runs, which feels like a big miss when the Amazfit Active includes it for a similar price. While the Fitbit app is incredibly polished, it was frustrating to see some of the best features, like the daily readiness score, locked behind a paid premium subscription. Finally, we have the Amazfit GTR 3 Pro. This one immediately feels like a step up in quality with its metal build and a massive, gorgeous, high-resolution display that makes the other two screens look tiny in comparison. It is packed with features like onboard music storage and a temperature sensor, and I loved the one-tap measurement that checks 4 health metrics at once. Even if I felt the results were more of a general guide than a precise measurement, you will need to find this on a very good sale to fit it into this price bracket. And while the hardware is amazing, the Zepp operating system and app still feel less intuitive and polished than what Fitbit offers. Next, we are going to take a look at the best options in the $100 to $200 range. First, we have the Garmin Venu Sq 2. Right away, its biggest selling point for me was the incredible battery life, lasting over a week without a sweat, all while showing stats on a beautiful and bright active matrix organic light-emitting diode display. The built-in global positioning system is rock solid for runs and cycling, providing more reliable tracking than the Fitbit, and the sheer amount of data you get in the Garmin Connect application without a subscription is fantastic. However, the square design feels a little basic, and navigating the menus is not as slick or intuitive as what Samsung Samsung offers, feeling more like a pure sports watch than a smart one. Next, we have the Fitbit Charge 6. This one is so comfortable and lightweight, I barely noticed it on my wrist, making it the best of the three for 24/7 wear and sleep tracking. Fitbit's heart rate tracking feels incredibly accurate during workouts, plus having Google Maps and Wallet right on this little tracker is a game changer that even the Garmin cannot match. The main drawback here is that so many of the detailed insights are locked behind the Fitbit Premium subscription, and its small screen can feel cramped when you're trying to read notifications compared to the other two watches. Finally, we have the Samsung Galaxy Watch FE. This device blows the other two out of the water in terms of being a true smartwatch, with a stunning circular display and access to a full application store through Wear operating system. It offers an amazing body composition analysis feature that you simply cannot get on the Garmin or Fitbit, but be warned that some of its advanced health monitoring tools will only work if you have a Samsung phone. Honestly, the biggest reason I would hesitate to pick this one is the battery life, as I was constantly having to charge it every single night, whereas the Garmin Venu Sq 2 went for days and days. Next, we are going to take a look at the best options in the $200 to $400 range. First, we have the Polar Pacer Pro. I found the Polar Pacer Pro to be an incredibly lightweight and focused tool for running, giving me detailed metrics like running power right from my wrist and having a barometer for accurate hill data. While the screen is not as vibrant as the Apple Watch, the physical buttons are a lifesaver with sweaty hands, something I really struggled with on a pure touchscreen device during a hard workout. You are definitely sacrificing smartwatch features like apps and music playback that the Coros and Apple Watch offer, but in return, I was getting multiple days of training on a single charge, which is a huge win for consistency. Next, we have the Apple Watch Series 10. This is hands down the best smartwatch of the bunch, with a gorgeous bright screen and an app for absolutely everything, making it my go-to for daily wear and general health monitoring like electrocardiogram readings. But for serious multi-hour training, the battery life is a constant source of anxiety. I had to charge it every single night, whereas the Coros and Polar would last for what felt like an eternity in comparison. While the fitness tracking is very comprehensive for most people and syncs perfectly with my phone, I found that for pure sport, it feels less like a dedicated training tool and more like a brilliant accessory that also tracks your runs. Finally, we have the Coros Pace 3. The Coros Pace 3 absolutely blew me away with its battery life. We are talking weeks, not days, and its dual-frequency global positioning system gave me rock-solid tracking even when running between tall city buildings. It's astonishingly light on the wrist, even lighter than the Polar, and they've now added music storage so I can leave my phone behind, a feature that brings it much closer to the Apple Watch experience for less money. The trade-off is that its screen technology is more functional than flashy, and it lacks the deep health sensors like the electrocardiogram found on the Apple Watch, so it really is a pure performance tool rather than a health gadget. Next, we are going to take a look at the best options in the $400 plus range. First, we have the Garmin Fenix 7S Pro. This thing is an absolute tank built for the outdoors with a battery that goes on for weeks thanks to solar charging. And I found the new built-in flashlight surprisingly useful on early morning runs. It crams in an incredible amount of data like the new Hill score and endurance score metrics, and its latest generation heart rate sensor felt extremely accurate for tracking my effort during demanding workouts. However, the memory in pixel screen, while fantastic for saving battery, looks quite dull, and dated next to the vibrant displays on the Forerunner 965 and Apple Watch Ultra 2. Next, we have the Garmin Forerunner 965. The first thing that hits you is its absolutely gorgeous and bright AMOLED display, which makes checking your real-time stats mid-run a complete joy compared to the Fenix's dimmer screen. This watch feels incredibly lightweight and purpose-built for runners and triathletes, packing almost all the same advanced training metrics like training readiness as the Fenix, but its mostly plastic body just did not give me the same confidence in its durability. The battery life is still excellent, lasting well over a week, which demolishes the Apple Watch, but it misses out on the solar charging and flashlight that make the Fenix feel like a true adventure tool. Finally, we have the Apple Watch Ultra 2. This is undeniably the best smartwatch here, with its seamless iPhone integration and a screen so bright it's almost unbelievable, making it fantastic for day-to-day life beyond just fitness. It has seriously capable workout tracking with a very handy and customizable action button for starting activities, but for data-heavy athletes, its native workout app and mapping capabilities feel less detailed than the deep dive analytics on both Garmins. The biggest drawback for me was the battery, as I was charging it every 2 to 3 days with normal use, which feels very limiting when the Garmins can go for weeks between charges. Thanks for watching. I hope this video was helpful to you. If you found this video to be helpful, leave a like and subscribe for more videos like this in the future.